And here, I try to make some chart about the supported evidence. You see that number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Personal info, your current status, new school, financial status, strong ties to your home country. Those are very essential things you have to include in your package. I strongly recommend that include evidence for one by one, meeting each criteria. So first one, personal information means that including your unexpired passport, visa page, I-94 form, and then any recent notice by USCIS. Sometimes I do see some clients asking that, oh, I got the RFE, and then when I review the RFE letter, it is merely asking, oh, you forgot to submit your copy of passport. So people think that passport is a very essential thing, and that is really not necessary for this documentation, but it's like first thing you have to include this. And then second, you have to prove that you are maintaining your non-immigrant status validly and legally. For this part, I want to talk about next page because everyone has different type of classification of non-immigrant status. So I'll talk about it later. If we go back to number 3, the about new school information is requiring the copy of I-20 fee, record of I-907, acceptance letter. Those things you are familiar with because I already mentioned in previous page, right? Once you collect everything, submitting here, if you got the letter by your school, like registrar, like official letter by DSO, registrar, that would be beneficial, like confirming your enrollment and what program you are, what classes were you taking, that kind of information, it will be included in this letter. So number 3, I'm sure that you guys can ready for that. And then number 4, financial statement. This is very important too, especially it was important for school as well. Financial statement proving your sufficient funds for covering tuition and living expenses. This is required. And usually the example could be like your bank account statements, or if you're doing stock, you have a managed investment, then investment statement is fine as well. Each I-20, each school has a different requirement of amount, and then that information is indicating in your I-20. So make sure that you review your I-20, and then your funds in the bank is exceed than that required amount. The best evidence here is that I recommend that if you have a bank account in the United States, like a Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase, if you do it, that bank statement is like a best evidence because it is showing your funds in USD dollar. But if not, it is still fine. If you're submitting your bank statement from your home country, you can do so by submitting translation of that bank statement. In case you don't have sufficient evidence under your name, like no bank account under your name, always it is fine to have your financial sponsor, your parents, your even relatives, friends who doesn't have any relationship with you can be your financial sponsor, but they want to see that sort of affidavit of support, like that person is willing to be your financial sponsor. Prepare affidavit of support and then their information, like a copy of passport or a bank statement for sure, like full version. Then financial sponsor evidence would be acceptable by USCIS. And then last part, strong ties to your home country. This is very important thing too, but I noticed that many people are not aware of this importance yet. As a non-immigrant status person, you have to show your intent to go back to your home country upon completing your education. This is like change of status from a non-immigrant status to another non-immigrant status. That's why USCI wants to see that you have intent to go back to your home country. You have to show your strong ties to your home country by submitting like written letter by your parents or spouse or friends or family in your home country. They're quite like indicating that they know your intention to coming back to home country after your education. That kind of statement is sufficient to prove this part. If you're maintaining your foreign residence in your home country, that is a very good evidence. Technically, if you have any offshore document, like if you have your home house, a real property in your home country under your name, that is the best evidence to show your intent, because not so many people will be abandoned than real property country or staying here and not going back to home country, right? So if you have a real property or some asset in your home country, provide that evidence. They believe that USCIS believe that you have a strong ties to your home country. And if you have any other like official document, insurance card, utility bill, or like ID issued by government entity indicating showing your foreign residence address, that would be good evidence about this part as well.